Good day everyone, this is your Kuya CK and welcome to another video tutorial wherein this is a lecture discussion for a specific topic na pag-uusapan natin today. But before that, if you're not yet subscribed to this channel, please click the subscribe button and click the like button then on this video if in case nagustuhan nyo or marami kayong natutunan from this video. Okay? So, I already have 118k subscribers and 39 videos as of this recording. So, hopefully, mag-grow pa siya with your support. So, let's continue and let's start our topic for today, which is about worksheet and financial statements. Paano ba sila prepare, no? At paano ba sila ginagawa? So, this video is after ng adjusting entries na videos natin because after adjusting entries, ang next step na ay yung pagpe-prepare ng worksheet. Okay? And after ma-prepare yung worksheet, saka tayo gagawa ng financial statements. So, ano ba si worksheet? This is a summary device used to transfer balances from an adjusted trial balance to financial statements. Okay? Ginagamit siya as a tool, no, para mas madali yung pagta-transfer natin and at the same time pag-update din ng ating mga adjustments sa ating unadjusted trial balance, no, para makuha natin yung tinatawag na adjusted balances o yung adjusted trial balance natin. Okay? So, ano yung example nung look ng worksheet, no? So, meron tayong iba't ibang columns dyan. We have the accounts, kung saan nakalista yung ating mga account titles. Yan. And then, we have the unadjusted trial balance, no? Unang column, no? Unadjusted trial balance. Pangalawa ay yung mga adjustments natin o yung resulta ng ating adjusting entries. So, nilalagay natin siya dito sa worksheet. And then, we have the adjusted trial balance, kung saan updated na yung mga balances natin dito, no? And then, we have the income statement column and the balance sheet column. Sa income statement, dito nilalagay natin or tinatransfer natin yung mga balances for the accounts na income statement accounts like revenues and expenses. And then, yung balance sheet naman, yung mga balances naman under the or classified as balance sheet accounts, yung nilalagay natin dito sa column na to. Okay? So, lahat ng columns na to, itong 5 columns, meron niyang sub-column na debit and credit. Okay? Debit, credit, debit, credit. So, yung 5, may debit, credit yan. And dapat, itong tatlo ay dapat equal yung debit at credit nila. Okay? Because that means na balance yung ating recording. Whereas, yung income statement tsaka yung balance sheet ay hindi naman kailangan na balanced. Okay? Kasi yung difference nilang dalawa, ito yung lang yung catch, no? Yung difference ng debit at credit nila ay dapat equal. Okay? Parehas dapat sila ng difference, si IS tsaka si balance sheet. Because that difference is what we call the profit. Okay? The profit or the net income. Okay, so, yan. Net income. So, again, yung difference between their debit and credit ay dapat magkapareho because that means that is the net income. Okay? So, that's the idea of worksheet. Ngayon, may tinatawag tayo na 5 column na worksheet. And meron din tinatawag na 6 column na worksheet. So, yung 5 column worksheet, ito na yon yung ginawa natin kasi 5 column siya, no? Apart from the accounts column. So, 5 column siya. Pero pagdating sa 6 column worksheet, may dinadagdag tayo na column. And that column is what we call the changes in equity column na nilalagay natin between IS and the balance sheet. Okay? So, changes in equity column. Yan. So, ang ginagawa sa changes in equity column, dito nilalagay yung mga changes o yung mga nangyari, no, na flow when it comes to the equity of the business. Okay? Kasi yung equity part ay ita-transfer natin sa balance sheet kapag gumawa na tayo ng balance sheet or ng financial position. Okay? So much of that later natin pag-uusapan, no? Pero, ang tanong ngayon, kung meron tayong mga balances under changes in equity, yung mga balances na yun, saan napupunta kapag ginawa natin siyang 5-column worksheet? Okay? So, yung mga balances ay napupunta sa balance sheet. Okay? Doon siya directly na ita-transfer. Yan. So, sige, yan ang ating worksheet. Meron tayong tinatawag din na cross-footing and footing. So, pag cross-footing, it is about the combination of amounts horizontally, and pag footing naman ay vertically. So, sa worksheet kasi natin, di ba, kunwari ito yung worksheet natin, no? Kunwari, we have here cash account. And meron tayong 500 sa debit, tapos 50 sa credit ng adjustments. Ang gagawin natin, para makuha natin yung adjusted balance niya, we have to cross-foot. Meaning, we have to combine the amounts horizontally. Pag horizontally kasi is ganyan siya. Okay? Pag ganun. Yan. Ngayon, pag kinuha natin, tignan natin ng maayos kung saan ba siya nakaposisyon. So, kunwari, sa debit siya, 500. Credit to, 50. Magkaiba sila ng position. Pag magkaiba, we need to subtract them from each other. Okay? So, 500 minus 50, magiging 450 debit. Bakit debit? Kasi mas malaki yung value ng 500 na nasa debit column ng unadjusted trial balance. Okay? That's what we call cross-footing. No? Pero paano naman pag footing? So, sabi dito, vertically. Okay? So, pag vertical, no, kunwari we have here AR. Tapos, 50 din, debit. So, pag kinuha natin, kinumbine natin yung amounts sa debit column, yan yung tinatawag natin na footing. So, ang total natin 550. No? So, that's what we call footing. No? Horizontal lang yung ating computation. Yan. Okay, next. We have the financial statement. So, after ng worksheet, no, madali lang kasi yung intindihin yung concept ng worksheet. Ang matagal lang or nagpapahirap lang sa kanya is the transferring of the data. Kasi may mga pagkakataon na yung problems natin, ang daming kailangang account titles na i-satisfy, no? Whereas, meron din namang mga problems na konti lang, ganyan. Pero ang nagpapatagal talaga sa kanya sa worksheet ay yung dami, no, ng account titles at ng mga balances. Pero in concept, madali lang siyang intindihin. Then after making the worksheet, no, we have here the financial statements. If you can observe, no, meron na tayo ditong income statement na column and balance sheet column. So, yung dalawang yan is our guide, no, kung ano yung mga balances na ilalagay natin sa financial statements. Okay? Specifically for income statement and balance sheet. Kaya nagiging madali na lang for accountants to make the financial statements. Okay? Because of the use of worksheet. No? So, para saan ba si financial statements? They are used to represent the financial condition of the company. Okay? And that financial condition is our basis or the basis of the users of FS, no, for economic decision making. Very important. Kasi, dyan nakikita sa financial statements kung ano yung naging operations ni business and saan ba tayo nagkulang, saan tayo sumobra, saan tayo may kailangang i-improve, no? So, yan yung nagiging basis para alam natin ano yung mga decisions na kailangan gawin ni management. Okay? But not just the management, but also the other users such as the public, the creditors, the suppliers, ganyan. Kasi tinitingnan din yung credibility ng company. Okay? So, nakadepende din talaga yung credibility at reputation ng isang organization sa financial statements itself. Okay? So, meron tayong 4 na financial statements na ginagamit. The statement of financial position, statement of financial performance, statement of changes in equity, and statement of cash flows. Okay? Pahahapyawan lang natin to kasi magkakaroon tayo ng mas in-depth discussion related to these statements or these financial statements, no? Para yung mga little details ay mas mapag-usapan pa natin. But for the sake of this discussion, let's go on with the basics muna. Okay? So, si financial position, pwede din siyang tawagin na balance sheet. Kaya siya financial position because we are reporting the financial standing of the company after its years of operations. Okay? Ang nililista natin dito ay yung mga assets, yung mga liabilities, at yung equity natin for a specific date. Okay. So, ang coverage ni financial statement, from the start, no, na nag-start yung operations hanggang sa current date, no, ng operations ni business, dito natin siya nire-record or nire-represent or nire-report, no. So, ang idea dito, since si financial statement, ang coverage niya ay from start hanggang current, ang ginagawa natin is we update them. Na-update natin siya depending on the period of time ng pagre-record ni business. Say, for example, yearly sila nagre-report ng financial position. So, yearly din tayo nag-update ng ating balances. Okay? So, that's the financial position. Bakit naman balance sheet din? Kasi, dito sa financial position, kailangan makita natin yung totality and at the same time yung equality between the total assets and the total liabilities and equity. Okay? Isa, tapos dalawa. Okay? Kasama sa dalawa yung equity. Yan. So, combination ng liabilities and equity and then assets. Kasi, kung matatandaan ninyo, we have the accounting equation na assets is equals to liabilities plus equity. Dapat, nasusunod pa rin yung ating accounting equation sa ating financial position. Okay? Next, we have the statement of financial performance or the income statement. So, this is the summary of the revenues and the expenses of the business for a specific period. Okay? Revenues and expenses. Yun na agad yung pwede nating kunin from the idea of financial performance. Okay? Bakit financial performance? Because we are reporting here the result of our operations for a specific period of time. Anong ibig sabihin ng specific period? So, kung si financial position kasi, ang nire-report natin ay from start of operations hanggang sa recent operations. Dito sa financial performance, changes in equity at cash flows, specific period lang siya in a way na wala tayong pakialam sa kung anong nangyari from the past months. Ang may pakialam lang tayo ay kung ano yung nangyari from the recent month. Okay? Kunwari, July 30 ngayon. May 31 ba ang July? I guess so. May 31 ang July, di ba? So, kunwari, end of July na tayo. So, ang i-report natin or ang coverage ng ating financial performance ay for the month of July lang. Okay? If we are reporting, if our policy is mag-report ng financial performance monthly. Okay? So, ang coverage lang natin ay for the month of July lang. Yun lang yung laman ng ating balances. Okay? Wala tayong pakialam sa balances from May, from June, and from earlier months. Mas may pakialam tayo sa recent. Okay? So, that's the financial performance. Bakit naman income statement? Kasi, since ang laman nga nito ay revenues at expenses, 'di ba pag kinuha natin yung net nilang dalawa, ang makukuha natin 'di ba ay net income. 'Di ba? Net income. So, that makes sense. Kaya siya tinawag na income statement. Okay? Next, we have the statement of changes in equity. So, si changes in equity, it's about the summary of changes in capital. Ano yung mga changes na yon? Kunwari, may additional investment from the owners, no? Kung ano yung resulta ng operations, yung profit or loss or yung ating net income, dito din pinapasok, no? And kung may nag-withdraw from the owners, no? Or yung mga withdrawal for personal use, yun din yung isa sa mga changes sa capital. Okay? And during a specific period lang din siya, ha? Same with the income statement. Okay? So, yung mga changes na yan, nakaka-apekto siya dun sa total capital natin. Ang pinaka-representation ng equity ay yung capital mismo or yung balance ng capital. So, don't forget about that. Okay? And then we have the statement of cash flows. Si cash flows naman, dito pinapakita sa atin yung flow ng cash papasok or what we received and disbursed or yung palabas ng ating cash. And during the period lang din or a specific period. No. Meron tayong mga tinatawag na accounting policies wherein ito yung mga rules and regulations na ina-adapt ng isang specific company and ito din yung basis niya no in preparing and presenting financial statements. In the perspective of business owners, importante na magkaroon sila ng accounting policies or not just accounting policies but policies itself, business policies, kasi that gives the direction to the company on how it will work or how it will operate. Okay? Kaya kung ikaw ay isang business owner, you have to make sure na meron kang policies. Kasi by that, you are regulating yourself, no, na dapat ito yung sinusundan ng aking business para hindi ako maliligaw. Okay? And then for accountants naman, it is very important for us accountants na alam natin yung accounting policies ni business because dito natin susundan o dito tayo manggagaling no sa kung paano natin ipe-prepare at ipe-present yung mga financial statements. Okay. So, we also have notes to financial statements wherein ito yung narrative description ng ating mga policies, ng mga account titles natin, yung mga accounts na ginamit natin. Yan, importante yun, no? And yung mga relevant events na nangyari, no, na i-disclose na lang natin sa notes, hindi na siya kailangang ilagay sa financial statements because probably they are non-financial events, no? So, dito na pupunta sa notes. And also, not just description, but also pwede din siyang maging disaggregation of items. Meaning to say, this is the breakdown. Okay? Breakdown. Yan, napakita ng sulat ko. Breakdown ng mga items na presented in the statements. Okay? Sa financial statements kasi natin, ang nakalagay na lang ay yung mga ending balances. Hindi na siya naka-breakdown kasi medyo mahaba-haba na yung mangyayari if ever. Kaya nilalagay na lang siya sa notes. Okay? Nakalagay doon yung breakdown natin. Yan. So, if ever na you are curious, ano yung nangyari, paano ito nagawa, paano na come up with that balance, so pupunta tayo sa notes. Okay? Notes to financial statements. Next, ano yung order ng pag-prepare ng financial statement? So, una, we have the income statement. Pangalawa, si changes in equity. Pangatlo, si balance sheet. And pang-apat, si cash flows. Si income statement kasi ang laman yan ay revenue and expenses. Which is fault ulit tayo doon, di ba? So, si revenue at expenses, kapag pinag-combine natin, no, minus kasi natin si expense from revenue, ang nakukuha natin dyan ay net income or profit. So, si net income, importante siya kasi i-transfer natin siya sa changes in equity. Okay? Sa changes in equity, importante si net income because our pro forma for changes in equity is this. Una, beginning balance ng capital, no? I-add natin dito yung additional balances, no? Or additional capital. Wait lang. Capital ni owner. Kasi may mga owners na nagdadagdag ng kapital, no? Kahit tumatakbo na yung operations nila. So, importante yon na maidagdag natin. And then, idadagdag din natin yung net income kasi that is from the operations of the business. So, kung net income siya, i-add mo. Pero pag net loss siya, kumbaga, mas mataas si expenses kaysa sa revenue, ima-minus mo siya. Okay? Net income or net loss. Yan. Tapos, kunin natin yung total. No? Pag nakuha na yung total, i-minus natin si withdrawal accounts. Okay? Ano yung balances sa withdrawals natin, i-minus natin. And then, makukuha natin si ending balance ng capital. Okay? So, si ending balance ng capital ay ginagamit natin sa equity section ng balance sheet. So, again, nagta-transfer tayo from changes in equity to balance sheet naman. Okay? So, si balance sheet, ang laman naman nito ay yung ating accounting equation elements, which is the assets equals to liabilities plus equity, di ba? Okay. Liabilities plus equity. So, ang laman ay itong tatlo. Okay? And under them is the account titles, no? Na ginagamit natin sa operations. Now, ang importante or ang goal natin sa balance sheet ay dapat mag-balance si total assets at saka si total liabilities and equity. Okay? Because we are following the accounting equation. 'Di ba? So, dapat equal sila. Kaya siya ganyan. Okay? Kaya din siya tinawag na balance sheet because our goal nga is to balance them, the two items. Okay? The two totals. No? And then lastly, we have the cash flows. Si cash flows, again, pinapakita natin sa atin dito yung flow ng cash in and out of the business. Okay? And this is also the confirmation of the correctness of the cash account sa balance sheet. Okay? Hindi na siya kasama din sa chain ng pagta-transfer ng balances ng tatlong naunang FS, but rather, ito na lang ay nagpapakita ng flow ng cash and kino-confirm na lang kung tama ba talaga yung cash account kasi may mga instances na hindi nag-i-equal. Probably may problema doon sa balance sheet, from income statement to balance sheet, or may problema ka sa recording ng cash flows. Okay? So, ganun siya. That's the order of preparing financial statements. Now, medyo maging specific lang tayo when it comes to financial statements, no? Kasi may mga pwede pa tayong i-extract na ideas. So, sa statement of financial performance, meron tayong pwedeng gamitin na dalawang statements, which is the statement of comprehensive income and statement of profit or loss. Si comprehensive income ay for hire accounting na. So, hindi na natin siya pag-uusapan. Okay? Mas pag-uusapan siya on intermediate accounting, but for the sake of the basic accounting, di natin siya pag-uusapan muna. Okay? Kasi medyo complicated yung laman nun. Pero for basic accounting, yun nga, profit or loss yung ginagamit natin as alternative for financial performance itself, no? Wherein ang laman yan ay revenues and expenses. Kung saan kinukuha nga natin yung net income or yung profit or yung loss. Kaya siya tinatawag na statement of profit or loss din. Okay? Or another term is income statement nga. Okay? So that's statement of financial performance. Next, we have statement of financial position. So sa financial position, since pinapakita dito natin yung financial standing ng company from start hanggang sa current operation, so current date ng business, no? Ito yung nagiging basis ng mga users ni FS kung ano ba yung level ng liquidity, flexibility, and solvency ni company. Sa liquidity, ito yung availability of cash ni company in the near future, meaning to say, kapag may mga daily transactions tayo, ano ba yung mga laging na uulit na transaction? Enough ba yung cash natin para masustain yung ganong operations? So, yun yung pinapakita ng liquidity. Si flexibility naman, tinitignan natin dito kung may ability ba si company na mag-take ng effective actions if ever na merong mga pagkakataon or circumstances na nag-arise biglaan. Okay, kunwari nagkaroon bigla ng typhoon or any other events, no? Enough ba yung resources natin para i-cover yung mga ganong events or pangyayari sa business? So, nakikita yan by observing the balances of the financial statements, especially financial position. Okay? And lastly, solvency. May available ba tayo na cash over a long period of time? Kunwari, meron tayong mga long-term long-term loans, no? Or mga hiniram na cash from a bank, no? So, available ba si cash or meron ba tayong matitirang cash kapag oras na ng bayaran? No? Kasi ang loans natin, isa lang siya sa example, pero ang loans natin ay most of the time, binabayaran siya after more than 1 year pa eh. May mga ganun eh, no? So, tinitignan kung kaya bang mag-sustain ng cash balance over a long period of time. Okay? Para mabayaran natin yung mga ganong credits natin and yung mga loans natin. Okay? So, that's solvency. Now, we have dalawang format na ginagamit on recording statement or reporting financial position. So, we have the report format and the account format. Si report format, madali lang siya, no? Pag report, ang idea lang is isang hilera lang siya or isang isang listing lang siya vertically. Okay? Whereas kapag account form naman, meron yang dalawang part. So, yung assets natin, yung mga line item natin sa assets nandito. Then, kukunin natin yung total. Sige, wait lang. Kukunin natin yung total, no? And then, we have the liabilities dito sa right side. Kunin natin yung line items and then the equity. Yan, line item din. And then, kunin natin yung total. Okay? So, pag account form, si assets na sa left side, si liabilities at si equity na sa right side. And kailangan mag-total yung kanilang total assets at saka total liabilities and equity. Okay? So, yan. That's the report form and the account form. Yan. So, list of accounts under assets followed by liabilities and equity in a vertical sequence. Yan. Pag account form, list of assets on the left side and liabilities and equity on the right side. Yan. So, next. We have PAS number 1 or revised Philippine Accounting Standards. No, number 1. Kung saan nire-require tayo na magkaroon ng classification of accounts under current and non-current. Okay? It's either liabilities or assets. Kailangan naka-classify siya if siya ay current and non-current para mas madali or easier for the users to observe the financial statements. No? Mas madali sa kanila na maintindihan yung nature ng ating mga account titles or yung mga accounts na ginamit natin. Now, the presentation of accounts in order should be in the order of liquidity. Okay? For the assets, no, since the assets ay yung mga resources natin, they are listed in a decreasing order of liquidity. May kita natin lagi na kapag si assets, no, sa financial statements, ang pinakaunang line item ay cash, followed by AR, followed by supplies, and so on and so forth. Yan. So, pinakauna lagi si cash because siya yung tinatawag natin na most liquid asset. Okay? Or most liquid resources. Okay? So, dahil most liquid siya yung nauuna. Second is si AR. No? And third si supplies and so on. Yung pinakadulo, always, ang laman yan ay yung PPE. Okay, yung mga land, equipment, ganyan-ganyan. So, sila yung nahuhuli, no? Pagdating sa order. Pag assets yon. Pero pag liabilities naman, ang classification or ang order natin in the presentation is the time of maturity. Okay? Wherein, kung sino yung malapit na mag-due, no? Sila yung unang nasa listahan. For example, liabilities, no? We have their list of account titles. Una lagi dyan is the accounts payable. Kasi si accounts payable, mabilis lang yan mag-due. No? Kunwari, nangutang ka ngayon para maka-acquire ka ng supplies or utang yung pag-acquire mo ng supplies. So, babayaran mo rin siya after a month. Say, for example, a month, diba? So, mabilis lang, no? So, kaya siya laging nauuna. Next dyan ay, kunwari, mga notes payable, salaries payable, interest payable, and so on. Okay? So, ganun siya. Yun yung pinaka-prescribed na presentation, no? In order of liquidity. Okay? Then, sige. So much of that. That's our financial position, ha? Next, we have the statement of cash flows. Meron tayong tatlong sections dyan. We have the operating activities, investing activities, and financing activities. Meron tayong separate video para mas palalim natin yung idea ng cash flows, no? Pero for the sake of this discussion, ito muna. Okay? So, meron siyang tatlong section. So, kunwari, meron tayo ditong statement of cash flows. Dito sa operating, tapos line item, tapos investing, tapos line item ulit, tapos si financing, line item ulit. So, talagang tatlong section siya, no? And then, dito din sa cash flows, pinapakita yung net increase and decrease in cash during the period and the cash balance at the end of the period. So, bawat section kasi, meron tayo ditong balances, no? Yan. Tapos, kino-combine natin sila. No? Pag na-combine natin yung tatlong yan, ang lalabas dyan ay yung ating net increase or decrease in cash. Okay? Yung net natin. So, from that, i-add natin yan dun sa beginning balance ng ating cash. No? Tapos, ang makuha natin ay yung ending balance. Kaya, importante tong ending balance kasi ito yung last part, no? Ng cash flows. No? So, kaya siya cash balance at the end of the period. Yan. And, we have operating activities, no? Pag sinabing operating activities, it's about our revenues and expenses lang naman. No, profit or loss. Pero dapat with the use of cash. Okay? Hindi tayo naka-accrual basis tayo dito, but rather naka-cash basis tayo. Saka lang tayo magre-record sa cash flows kapag may gumalaw na cash. Okay? Either disbursement or receipt, no, ng cash, dito natin nalalagay. Okay? Pero pag according to revenues and expenses, dito sa operating activities yan. Okay? And for the other parts, sa investing, kasi it's more on the PPE. No? Or, ano yun? Yung mga long-term resources natin. Sa investing yan, naka-classify. And then sa financing naman, ito ay kapag related na sa mga investments, sa capital natin, most likely sa equity, no? Diyan naman nakapasok sa financing. Okay? So, that's operating activities. Now, we have dalawang methods in recording or preparing cash flows. Now, meron tayong direct method and indirect method. Itong si direct method, ginagamit siya mostly ng mga accountancy students for accounting problems. Bakit? Kasi yung binibigay sa atin na problems, konti lang naman yung mga transactions. So, sa transactions na yun, doon tayo naka-base kung ano yung ilalagay natin sa cash flows, no? And sa direct method, it is about the combination naman ng cash inflows and cash outflows. Okay? Pag cash outflows, syempre isa-subtract natin. Pag inflows, i-add natin. No? That's accounting, that's direct method. Pero, may mga circumstances naman na sobrang dami ng transactions. No? Na it is not irrelevant, but inefficient for us na i-observe yung mga transactions, yung mga raw transactions, no, para gawin yung cash flows. Okay? Kaya may tinatawag tayo na indirect method for that matter. Okay? Yun yung ginagamit natin na method for businesses na may sobrang daming transactions, and at the same time, ito talaga yung ginagamit na method in the real world. Okay? Or in the corporate world. Kasi sobrang dami nga ng mga transactions na nangyayari sa isang business araw-araw. No? So, hindi na kaya ng isang accountant yon na isa-isahin. Okay? So, itong discussion ng indirect method, gawin natin on another discussion kasi medyo mahaba-haba din yung kailangan nating pag-usapan doon, and may mga parts na kailangan nating i-emphasize. So, kita-kits tayo sa next video na lang for that indirect method. Okay? And then, yung listahan ng mga transactions na pwede natin i-classify under one of the three sections ay mas pag-usapan natin when we are dealing with the cash flows itself already. May it be a lecture discussion or a problem solution video, tignan natin, okay? But for now, yan muna yung ating malalaman for statement of cash flow. So hopefully, may idea na kayo ngayon pa lang. Okay? And that's the end of our discussion for worksheet and financial statement. So, hopefully, marami kayong naintindihan kahit concept pa lang yung pinag-usapan natin. So, if ever na nagustuhan niyo yung video, may natutunan talaga kayo, please click the like button po. And please subscribe to our YouTube channel, CK Acts, no? Kung hindi pa kayo nakaka-subscribe. So that's all for this video. Thank you so much and have a great day ahead.